In a world saturated with information, discerning truth from fabrication feels increasingly challenging. We are bombarded with news, opinions, and narratives, all vying for our attention. But how much of what we consume reflects reality, and how much is a product of manipulation or distortion? The question looms large. Can we trust what we see? Our reliance on media, particularly digital platforms, has profoundly impacted how we perceive the world. The curated nature of these platforms often presents a skewed version of reality, one shaped by algorithms and tailored to our perceived preferences. This creates echo chambers where our existing biases are reinforced and alternative viewpoints are silenced. The rise of deep fakes and sophisticated misinformation campaigns further complicates the picture. With technology capable of fabricating incredibly realistic yet entirely false content, the line between truth and fiction becomes increasingly blurred. This begs the question, in an age of readily available manipulation, how do we anchor ourselves to genuine understanding? The disparity between media portrayals and actual events is a well-documented phenomenon. Take, for example, the coverage of social movements. Often, mainstream media outlets focus on instances of violence or unrest, painting a picture of chaos and division. However, on the ground, a different narrative might emerge, one of peaceful protest, community solidarity, and a desire for positive change. The discrepancy highlights the media's tendency to gravitate towards sensationalism, often at the expense of nuanced and accurate reporting. Another area where media narratives often diverge from reality is in the portrayal of crime. News outlets often highlight violent crimes, creating a sense of fear and insecurity among viewers. This can lead to a distorted perception of crime rates, with people believing crime is more prevalent than it actually is. The reality is that crime rates in many parts of the world have been steadily declining for decades. However, the media's emphasis on sensationalized crime stories perpetuates a climate of fear, influencing public perception and policy decisions. Our understanding of the world is constantly evolving. What we accept as truth today may be debunked tomorrow. History is replete with examples of long-held beliefs being overturned by new discoveries and perspectives. From the shape of the Earth to the origins of the universe, our understanding of reality has been repeatedly challenged and refined. Even today, countless mysteries and unexplained phenomena continue to intrigue and baffle us. The existence of dark matter, the nature of consciousness, the possibility of extraterrestrial life. These are just a few examples of questions that continue to elude definitive answers. These enigmas remind us that our knowledge, however vast, remains incomplete. They encourage us to remain curious, to question assumptions, and to embrace the possibility that truth often resides beyond the readily observable. The pursuit of truth is not about clinging to fixed ideas, but rather about being open to continuous learning, exploration, and the acknowledgement that there is always more to discover. Human perception is a complex and subjective process. Our experiences, beliefs, and values act as filters, shaping how we interpret the world around us. This inherent subjectivity means that there is no single objective truth. Rather, there are multiple interpretations of reality, each influenced by individual perspectives. Our inherent biases further complicate the pursuit of truth. Confirmation bias, for example, leads us to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs while dismissing evidence that contradicts them. This can create echo chambers where our views are reinforced and our understanding of complex issues remains limited. Moreover, our emotions play a powerful role in shaping our perceptions. Fear, anger, and hope can all color how we interpret events and information. This emotional lens can be both a source of insight and a source of distortion, influencing our judgment and leading to biased interpretations of reality. Recognizing the subjective nature of perception and the influence of bias is crucial for navigating the complexities of truth. It requires us to be critical of our own assumptions, to seek out diverse perspectives, and to approach information with a healthy dose of skepticism. Section 5. The AI Lens: Decoding Reality Through Algorithms and Data. Artificial intelligence, or AI, offers a radically different approach to processing information and understanding the world. Unlike humans, AI systems are not bound by emotions or personal biases. They analyze vast data sets, identifying patterns and drawing conclusions based on statistical probabilities. In fields like medicine, finance, and scientific research, AI is already proving invaluable in uncovering insights that might have eluded human observation. By detecting subtle patterns and correlations within massive datasets, AI can assist in diagnosing diseases, predicting market trends, and accelerating scientific breakthroughs. However, AI is not without its limitations. While it excels at identifying patterns within data, it lacks the contextual understanding and critical thinking abilities that humans possess. AI systems are only as good as the data they are trained on, and they can inherit and amplify existing biases present in the data sets. Moreover, AI operates on a purely logical and analytical basis. It lacks the capacity for empathy, intuition, and moral judgment, qualities that are central to the human experience and our understanding of complex social and ethical issues. Section 6. Converging perspectives. Finding common ground between man and machine. The distinct strengths and weaknesses of human and artificial intelligence raise intriguing questions about the future of truth-seeking. Rather than viewing them as competing forces, perhaps a more fruitful approach lies in recognizing their complementary nature. By combining the human capacity for critical thinking, empathy, and ethical reasoning with AI's ability to analyze vast data sets and identify complex patterns, we can strive for a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the world. Imagine, for instance, using AI to analyze crime data and identify patterns that could inform more effective crime prevention strategies. However, instead of relying solely on AI's recommendations, human analysts could bring their understanding of social context, community dynamics, and ethical considerations to ensure that policies are not only effective, but also just and equitable. This collaborative approach could be applied across various fields, from healthcare to climate change to education. By leveraging the strengths of both human and artificial intelligence, we can strive for more informed decision-making, more effective problem-solving, and ultimately a deeper understanding of the complexities of our world. Section 7. Navigating the labyrinth. Who determines truth in the age of information? The proliferation of information sources has led to a fragmentation of truth. With no single authority dictating what is true or false, we are left to navigate a labyrinth of competing narratives, each claiming legitimacy. This raises a fundamental question: who gets to decide what constitutes truth? Traditionally, institutions like governments, religious organizations, and academic institutions held considerable sway in shaping public perception of truth. However, the rise of the internet and social media has decentralized information control, empowering individuals and alternative media outlets to influence public discourse. While this democratization of information access has positive aspects, it also presents challenges. The lack of gatekeepers makes it easier for misinformation to spread rapidly, often with harmful consequences. Moreover, the sheer volume of information can be overwhelming, making it difficult to discern credible sources from unreliable ones. In this environment, critical thinking skills are paramount. We must learn to evaluate information sources carefully, considering their biases, motivations, and track records. Cross-referencing information, seeking out diverse perspectives, and engaging in respectful dialogue are essential for navigating the complexities of truth in the digital age. Section 8. The elusive nature of truth, embracing nuance and challenging assumptions. The quest for truth is not about arriving at definitive answers, but rather about embracing the ongoing process of questioning, exploring, and refining our understanding of the world. Truth, in many cases, is not absolute, but rather exists on a spectrum, influenced by context, perspective, and interpretation. Embracing nuance is essential for navigating this complexity. It requires us to move beyond simplistic binaries of right and wrong, true and false, and to recognize the multiplicity of perspectives that exist on any given issue. Furthermore, we must be willing to challenge our own assumptions and biases, the beliefs we hold dear, the narratives we subscribe to. These are not static truths, but rather products of our experiences and influences. By questioning our assumptions, we open ourselves up to new information, alternative viewpoints, and ultimately a more complete understanding of the world. Section 9, the ongoing quest, a call for critical thinking and open dialogue. In an age of information overload and readily available misinformation, the pursuit of truth requires vigilance, discernment, and a commitment to open dialogue. We must become critical consumers of information, questioning what we see and hear and seeking out diverse perspectives to challenge our own biases. This requires a shift in mindset from passively consuming information to actively engaging with it. It necessitates fostering a culture of curiosity where questioning is encouraged and respectful debate is valued. The quest for truth is not a solitary endeavor, but rather a collective one. By engaging in open and honest dialogue, by listening to and learning from those with different experiences and perspectives, we can move closer to a shared understanding of the complex issues facing our world. The path to truth is rarely linear or straightforward. It is a journey of continuous exploration, questioning, and refinement. By embracing critical thinking, open dialogue, and a willingness to challenge our own assumptions, we can navigate the complexities of the information age and move closer to a more informed and nuanced understanding of the world around us.